is something that majority of celebrities they do a lot is by listening to many people who talk about them because they want to know actually what they are saying, whether they are saying good thing or they are saying bad thing. I think Maurice Sam is one of those who have like heard or seen people talk about him a lot on YouTube. And then recently, many bloggers, including me, has taken it to YouTube when gisting to like point out some of the faults that these people actually do that are not good. This movie is a very good one, and do you know why I said it's a very good one? Simply because I guess he must have listened. So Maurice Sam must have listened to most of the things that bloggers do say. And there is a constructive criticism that we let out recently to him, like he should be centered on more educational movies. You understand? But this very movie that is more than love, more than a dream, which is still streaming on his channel, is centered on love. But I want to commend him on this very note. Then later we can point out other things that he should also focus attention on. More of Maurice's movies are more or less like love movies that the whole world should be in love with each other. Love. This story is about a lady who actually, a boss lady who is looking for somebody to work with him, and then later staff of hers that wanted to travel recommended Maurice Sam to her, and that he is way good. But first she objected, but later accepted and asked her to like make sure that she puts him together before traveling and all the rest of that. And alongside, she was skeptical about love, because how can a boss be falling in love with somebody who doesn't even have money and is broke and the rest of it? But in a world like that, yes, there is a word like that. When the rich people tend to, especially the female, once they are rich, they expect that whoever is like coming close to them should be rich as well. But it doesn't mean so, because you can actually fall in love with a low class individuals and they polish them up to be your standard. But in this scenario, she was like, how is she going to like belittle herself into falling for somebody like Maurice that is of low standard and the rest of it? Maurice Sam had to like look away and then fell in love with another person, but later she came around and apologize for being that nasty and all kind of bossy, trying to like be a way superior and better of, like painting herself more better than every other person. It's a love story, I know. So Maurice is all about love. This love if it thing works, does it even work more in Nigeria? Nigeria is more or less like who love help. But I know the reason why he always acts this kind of love movies is because majority of the people who watch his movie are not Nigerians. I know anything American, all those kind of countries outside Nigeria is centered on love storylines. So I don't actually blame him why he's always focusing on love life alone. But there's other things that are human, that are human problems that you producers can also focus on as well. But in this very one, let us concentrate. We'll talk about that later, recommending that for Maurice Sam, because I know that yes, he is trying a lot in this industry, and then his attention is basically on the demands of people. And when I started, I said they basically focus on what people say about them, and I know majority of people who has drawn his attention must have told him that this is the kind of things that we want, and this is what will actually move your movies, and it is centered on those things. People tend to do things that work out for them. I hope you know we tend to do things that work out for you, not simply because this is what people might think, but things that will work out for you. There is YouTube will always tell you through their analytic that majority of the people who watches your movie always watch romantic movies. So I guess maybe when he gets that notifications or anything, maybe the analytic will point out the majority of movies that his viewers watch. He will not center on those things. But also in life too, there are things you can also point out at. You can also point out in suicidal mission and depression, what actually makes people to be depressed. A lot of people are getting depressed day by day, so you can focus attention on that one. Inferiority complex, how you can tackle inferiority complex. There are kind of diseases and sicknesses that people hide away from simply because of how the world will judge them. You can actually focus attention on this. I love life is good though, but let us touch every other aspect of other things. This movie, where I give it to him because he listened to the people where they were saying that he should make good use of other faces. This lady in this movie, it's actually a new face. And then people were like, okay, yes, from the comment section, that they welcome Mercy K on this very channel, that this being the first time she's appearing on Maurice Sam's channel. So I think that one, leave it to Maurice. When it comes to using different faces, Maurice Sam is number one in that area. There is no one taking that away from him. He knows how to use different casts, different ladies, different men, different people, different faces, and it's always working out for him because people tends to want to see what craft this person has differently from this person you're always using. There's this particular face that Maurice is always being seen around, and people are getting more tired of the face all the time. So I think Perwat's face is often seen all the time, and people were kind of complaining, but at the same time he doesn't fail in using Perwato when it has to do with Perwat, and majority of those productions are Perwat production. That's why you have to say Maurice Sam, and because she has to upload it on Maurice Sam's channel, that's why basically you see her on Maurice Sam's channel with him and the rest of it. But for me, what I see Maurice Sam doing these days is that he's constantly acting with other ladies, of which is very good for his career, and it will bring about different crafts. And by the time he looks at the views that these different ladies of the actors and actresses are giving him, he will know who to actually work constantly with. You understand? So I guess he's trying to change the narrative that people shouldn't always be focused on a particular cast all the time, on a particular actor all the time, because people will get bored of those things, and that is it. Anyways, I want to say a very big I'm happy for this movie. If you have not seen it, I don't want to give every details of it, so you go rush to Maurice Sam channel to support him on this very movie, because he did excellent job at this very one. No, the faces and the lady she did even know. I've not seen her act in other different and other movies, or maybe I'm wrong. If there are other movies that she has acted, kindly drop it on the comment section, because I would like to see. She really did well. The ladies these days are actually too, but it's not everybody that is being given that opportunity. That is not everybody that has that talent to act, you understand? But there are people who are naturally born actors, and these are the people. How he's discovering these ladies is what I don't know. I think maybe he does auditions or something, but he's really discovering them on a good note, and they are really working out for him. And these people that he's always using, as much as he uses them for the first time on his channel, the supportive and loyal fans of Maurice always come out true for him, and this is always working out so well. So I really love this one. What's the name? Than a Dream. If you are supporting Maurice Sam and you have not seen it, please rush to his channel now. As at the time I'm making this gist, the movie is 900 and something a day, 991,000 subscribers per day, and it will soon get to 1 million very soon, in some hours to go. And honestly speaking, his movies are always doing so well, irrespective of the lady that he acts with, whether new or old. These movies are doing well, and no one is going to take this. He's becoming the king of Nollywood. I don't know if anybody is going to take over him. I think Joshua Clinton is climbing towards that, but Maurice is still standing. Anyways, kudos to this one. Good new faces, new everything, new crafts. Kudos to you. But on the aspect of touching the other places, other things that affect human life, suicide that affects human life, depression, anger management, and many other things. I think you have to like focus on those attention. Anyways, if you have not seen this movie, More Than a Dream, still streaming on Maurice's channel. All right, people, till I come again, Gist with Julie.